World of General Motors off-road trucks is expanding, and here I have two of the latest ones. On this side is a brand new 2022 Chevy Silverado Trail Boss with a diesel, which is pretty cool. And on this side is a brand new Silverado ZR2. And in this video, I want to show you guys how they compare, what you get when you get one versus the other. And this truck actually belongs to my friend Tanner. Tanner, nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Thanks, dude. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, of course.
You just got this truck, right?
Yep. 3 weeks ago.
So I want to ask you, first of all, like kind of the history of this. Why did you decide to go with the Trail Boss? And then kind of show the features. How did they compare Trail Boss versus ZR2?
Yeah, so I like the Trail Boss because of the 2-inch lift, and I just like the look of it. I was deciding between the AT4 and the Trail Boss. Ultimately went with the Trail Boss just because of the cheaper.
Yeah.
And very similar trucks, but the Trail Boss was just cheaper and I liked it. And then went with the diesel because I just like diesels in a truck.
It's the first time the Trail Boss has been available with a turbo diesel. So let's pop the hood. So you've had this truck for what, 3 weeks?
Yep, 3 weeks now.
So you've put on how many miles?
About 1,200.
So what's your experience so far with this engine power plant?
I like it. It's super smooth. The gas pedal's super smooth. I had a Tundra before and it was really touchy. If you put any pressure on the gas, it just jumped at you. And the diesel's super smooth and I'm enjoying it a lot.
What kind of fuel efficiency have you been seeing? Have you noticed so
far?
So
from the life of the engine, I've gotten 24.2, and then my way up here from Castle Rock, I got actually 32, which is really impressive.
Just on the highway, just kind of cruising.
Just my trip.
I mean, it's probably when you're approaching 30 miles per gallon in a full-size pickup like this.
Exactly.
I mean, that's kind of where diesel engines shine. And actually, the turbo diesel is not available in the ZR2.
Interesting.
Only the V8 right now, because this is kind of their premier top dog truck, and this is, as far as off-road capability, just one notch down, I guess. But this is 2 notches up for power plant. So this is a brand new styling, right?
Yep.
Was that important to you? You wanted kind of the freshest one?
I did, yeah. I wanted the brand new because the other truck models just kind of been around for a while now, and I like the new refreshed, went with that.
Let's take a look at the kind of wheels and tires and suspension.
Yeah.
So then we can check out the ZR2
Definitely.
as well. So when you get the Trail Boss, like you said, you get a lift.
Yep.
It's almost approximately a 2-inch lift.
Yep.
This is a 20-inch wheel with a Goodyear Wrangler Duratrack. I'm sorry, this is a Territory MT. It looked really beefy.
So the 18-inch rims still come with the Duratracks, but the 20s come with the Territory.
The Territories, I forgot about that, and which is actually quite similar tire to the one on the ZR2.
Yeah.
And then I think we can see the shocks in the back. So that's where one of the biggest difference, of course, is between the Trail Boss and the ZR2. The Trail Boss is running on, you can see kind of the red shock in there. That's the Rancho.
Yep.
Yeah. So how does the ride quality, I mean, as far as your perspective right now?
Yeah, so far I've been driving highway miles and it's been awesome. On cement roads on my Tundra, I would bounce up and down on those cracks, and this one has been super smooth. And
just a little bit smoother?
Yeah, my wife's much more happy riding in it.
So the Trail Boss has been very popular for Chevy. So now they're stepping the game up with this truck. The big difference is the suspension. So if you can come in here, the Multimatic DSSV shocks. Different design. These are the premium shock offering. They have position-sensitive damping. They have really good resilience. My experience, the Trail Boss, when we owned one, the red one, it's really, does everything well.
Yep.
This truck maybe can go a little bit faster off-road, and because it has that bottom-out protection, so you're not bottoming out on the jounce stops, basically. So that's why the suspension is unique, and it costs more too.
Yeah,
it's more fancy.
Seems like it specializes more on the off-road side, where the Trail Boss kind of does the best of both worlds.
So I want to ask you about, was it difficult to get, and how much you paid?
Yeah, it was difficult to get. I just ordered exactly what I wanted, and the dealership had no idea when they get in. The microchips, they had no idea.
So finally it's here.
Yes. I paid $62.50 for it, which was my sticker price, but that was back in February. Since then, since I picked up the truck, they said if I would have ordered it off the lot right then, it would have been $65.
So because you're price locked, when you first kind
Correct.
of put in your order. So, I mean, 62 grand, but you're getting the diesel engine.
Correct.
And you're getting the luxury interior that we'll
Yep.
show in a second. While we're here in the front, before we go inside, the ZR2 differentiates itself really kind of, well, first of all, the bumper design. If you look down here, so it's cut out. Its approach angle is a little bit better. In the ZR2 case, it's about 31.8 degrees of approach. And of course, the skid plate design is a little bit different. It kind of starts here.
Yep.
By the way, steel bumper, really sturdy, and the skid plate goes underneath there. Well, painted tow hooks. I mean, it's a little bit of a design, right?
Yep.
But overall, if you look at the two bumpers, ZR2 is sitting a little bit higher, first of all.
Yep.
And then the bumper is cut differently. So that's kind of what you're getting when you're getting. This truck is, by the way, was kind of the simplest one you could get, $67,000. So there's about $5,000 of difference.
Yep.
Let's check this out. So first of all, new interior design here as well.
Yeah.
What do you think? Was that important to you?
It was very important. Didn't want the old interior just because it's been around for so long.
So you have a 13.4-inch main screen over here. You have a little bit more than a 12-inch, here in the middle. But I mean, this is a luxurious truck, right? Leather, pretty nice.
Yeah, leather everywhere.
Pretty nice design. New design as far as the interior dash. But a couple things I'm noticing. So over here, some of the buttons are different. First of all, you have heated seats. The ZR2, because it's more premium, technically truck, also has ventilated seats.
Yep.
And then the two lockers.
But missing out on that.
This is all windows down. All windows down.
Saves you
and
plenty of time.
it doesn't go up altogether, does it?
Nope.
It's just down. So what do you think about this design?
Yeah, I like it a lot. I like the big screen. Ever since the Tesla's rolled out, every other dealer seems to be making the big screens now, and I'm enjoying it.
And you have drive modes as well. So if you can see here in the center, the Trail Boss is offering normal or off-road modes. In the off-road mode, engineers were telling me at Chevrolet that it kind of relaxes some of the traction control, stability control systems, so the driver has a little bit more kind of control by themselves. So if you want to accelerate a little bit more aggressively, you can. If you want to stop aggressively, you can. Stuff like that. So that's good to see. And of course, trailer brake controller is here. And you have a lot of capability, right? Towing and payload. How important was that to you? As far as
towing is very important to me. I've got a couple ATVs, and we usually do a week-long trip up in the mountains somewhere, ride our ATVs around. My family we have 4 ATVs, so I'll be towing 4 behind here. So yeah, towing was a big importance.
So on this LT Trail Boss, the payload is 1,603 pounds, and towing is 9,000 pounds, and you can see that down here. Let's check out the interior here on the ZR2. Let it be done beeping.
Yep.
You can already hear it. This truck is in the settings. It says if it's warm outside, turn on the ventilated seats automatically, which you can turn off. You can turn off that feature so it doesn't do that. But what do you think? I mean, it looks pretty similar.
Yeah, very similar. You got the gray dash, the two-tone dash is really nice, and the yellow stitching, which I don't have. It looks really neat.
Yeah, so they tried to differentiate it, right, a little bit more with kind of this ZR2. It is their top dog off-road truck. Here, I mentioned the lockers, rear and front and rear. The front and rear lockers are only available in 4-low, so it's really only for a slow-speed crawling, not really, for going very fast. And other than that, I mean, I do have here another drive mode, so if you can focus here. It goes from normal to off-road to terrain. Terrain is really for kind of one-pedal driving, and the truck tries to help the driver, but it's not my favorite mode because I'm not used to just using one pedal.
Goes against everything you've ever done.
So yeah, for me, maybe I'm getting older or something, but still, this truck's been very capable. I mean, we've showed it a lot on our channels, TFL Off-Road and TFL Truck. So the payload on this simple truck is, and by simple I mean not very optioned, 1,423 pounds, which is approximately 200 pounds less. So that's fairly significant.
Yeah, definitely.
Towing is about the same, actually. So you can see it right here, 8,900 pounds.
Interesting, yeah.
So 9,000 for on yours and over here. This is a 33 basically, 33-inch diameter tire on an 18-inch wheel. You have a 20.
Yep.
And it's a 275/70 R18. So yeah, the tire package is a little bit different. And finally, the rear bumper, right?
Yeah.
So here in the ZR2, they decided to hide the exhaust. So if you look at the bumper, nothing is sticking out. You have to look way underneath. And it does have a dual outlet system. Of course, the hitch and everything else. And on your truck, these tips. And you also have the night, they call it the night package?
The midnight package.
Or the midnight, yes.
So that'll turn all of your badges black.
Yeah.
A Duramax badge black, and then the Trail Boss sticker is actually a little darker than the normal as well.
So yes, your choice is expanding. You could have an all-around truck like this Trail Boss, a choice of different engines, a little bit more payload, and still you can get a luxury interior and some nice features on the inside like this one, and also fuel efficiency. Or you can do this with a little bit more capable suspension, a little bit more ground clearance, without losing too much payload, of course, in a slightly more premium off-road truck. So Tanner, what do you think? I mean, would you do this again? Would you go for this Trail Boss?
Yeah, I think I like the Duramax. Just having that option, I think, is just right up my alley. But I mean, if I'm going to Moab every year, I definitely take the ZR2 as well.
All right, well, that 30 mpg, I mean, it's mighty nice.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, guys, thanks for joining us. And go back to alltfl.com for everything automotive and many more pickup truck reviews, and of course, cars, motorcycles, our podcasts, everything else.